you want to sell your stuff with ads, you have to meet your audience where they're at. Just like you wouldn't sell a car to a 2-year-old, you can't sell your product or service to people who don't even know your solution exists yet. This is called awareness level. Eugene Schwartz popularized it in the 60s, and in this video I'm going to break down this framework and how it helped me to be able to profitably spend or manage over $2.4 million in ad spend per year. People fall into one of 5 stages of awareness. This refers to how much they know about your specific offer. I'll show you all 5 stages and how to think about them first, and then dive deeper into each awareness level. It's easiest to visualize with an inverted pyramid. On the bottom, there is most aware. There are people who have the pain your product or service solves, know that there's a solution to their problem, and they are familiar with the available products or services, plus they know about your specific offer and think it can help them. As you can imagine, there are only a handful of people who fit this criteria, but the people who have this much information generally need only minimal advertising to get them to buy. The second one is product aware. These are the people who have the pain, they know that there's a solution to their problem, and they are familiar with the available products or services, but aren't convinced yet that your product or service can help them. There are significantly more people like this than people who are most aware. And as we move up the awareness levels, the pool of people who fit the criteria will increase. The third one is solution aware. These are the people who have the pain, know that there's a solution to their problem, but aren't familiar with the available offers. As you can see, the pool of people increases, but the information these people have decreases at the same time. This is going to heavily affect the type of ads you'll make, but more on that later. The fourth one is problem aware. The people at this level are only familiar with the pain that they experience. They don't know that there's a solution available, or they didn't care enough yet to look for them. For example, a person with back pain from sitting all day might not be aware that there are standing desks available. And last but not least, completely unaware. People here don't even know that they have a problem. They're not experiencing pain at the moment. So this group has the most amount of people, as you can imagine, but they are the hardest to convert because they don't have the information to make decisions to get them to be interested enough to care. As you can see, there's a clear pattern as you go up the awareness levels. The more aware the audience, the smaller it is, but they have more pre-existing information, so they are more likely to buy to convert. As you move up, the size of the audience increases, but it becomes significantly harder to convert these people. That's why you want to start advertising to the people who are the most aware. As you scale, move up to people who are harder to convert, but there are more of them, so you'll be able to make more money. Now let's look at what ads you need in order to convert these type of audiences. I'm going to divide the ads into 3 parts. What types of hooks, video ads, ad copy should you use for people in the most aware category? To convert these people, you generally don't need much. To be honest, you're going to make typical offer-driven ads reinstating your offer. Your hook is going to be basically your offer. For example, if you're selling to physical products, you would say something like buy one get 3 of XYZ product. If you're selling services, an example would be something like free perfume consult. As for video ads, you want to keep it short, sub 15 seconds, have a clear CTA that tells them what to do. Don't overcomplicate it. Lastly, your ad copy, simplest, repeat your offer, 1 or 2 lines max. These ads will have the highest returns. They are the easiest to make, but you'll be limited by the size of the audience. Let's move on to the product aware audience, where there are significantly more people. So product aware, here your audience knows about your product, but they don't know if they should choose you or your competition. Generally, you want to lean on the proof angle, highlighting why your product or service is superior. Accordingly, your hook will be proof driven. You want to show proof, credibility, and differentiation. A template you can use, for example, is see how result was achieved with product. Example, see how we doubled ROAS with this framework. By the way, this one is from my hooks pile. You can download it free from the description below. Your video ads will be testimonials, UGC content, talking head with specific messaging, comparison videos. No real rules here, but since people have a good understanding of what you're selling, they don't need to be long in order to convert. Your ad copy will also remain short. Your offer just extended with some proof. Next one is solution aware. People know that there is a solution to their problem, but don't know the products or services available, aka target people who know they need more leads, but they don't know if they should run ads, cold call, or what. Your ads here will be promise driven. You have to get them to believe that you can achieve their dream outcome with your offer. Bonus points if your offer appeals to achieving it fast, better, or without any hassle. Your hook or solution aware audiences needs to appeal to either one of these three desires: speed, quality, or ease. Example, the fastest way to desired results, or stop old approach, do this instead. Your ads need to demonstrate what results they'll get. Show, don't just tell. Talking head videos are great, but make sure they include visual elements too. You can use any format like UGC, influencer ads, demonstrations of your product or service, testimonials, but these will need to contain more information than the previous ads. Your ad copy here will need to be longer and have a headline that fits the audience. Similar to the hooks, you want to imply speed, quality, or ease. The meat section of your ad copy will be longer, bringing the reader from pain to solution to offer. Next one is problem aware. This group of people are in pain but don't know there's a solution yet. For example, people with back pain due to sitting all day, but they don't know about standing desks. They have basically zero information to make a decision, only the desire to get rid of the pain they are experiencing. Because of this, your ad will need to provide just enough information to get them to buy, but that starts with getting them interested enough. So your ads will need to be pain driven here. Starting with your hook, you need to lead with pain points. Why? Because it gets people to act. Also, it needs to really grab their attention because your ad will be longer. A few templates you can use is, if you're struggling with problem, listen to this. Does this sound familiar? And reinstate the pain scenario. And as I said, your ads will be longer if you're targeting problem-aware audience. They need to bring the listener on this journey. Identifying the pain, intensifying it, so it creates a desire in them to end it. Present a solution, prove its ability to get them their dream outcome. And lastly, provide the offer. All of that within just one ad. Practically any type of ad fits here that can realistically bring people on this journey. As for your ad copy, similarly to the solution-aware ad copy, it needs to be longer, but the headline must lead with pain, similar to the hook. You're probably realizing that as we move up the awareness stages, it becomes harder and harder to create ads that convert. That's to be expected. Just look at how much information we need to add from stage to stage. Take the problem-aware stage as an example. Need to bring people from a vague desire to solve their pain to being familiar with the solution, then get them to buy your product. Not all of them will buy immediately. Let me be clear. More likely, what will happen is that they'll move down one stage of awareness, come across one of your solution-aware ads, maybe buy after that, or just move down one more stage from there. So what's the case with completely unaware people? Here, people don't even know they have a problem. You need to make them curious first, plant ideas in their heads that they might need something they're not even aware of. For example, you can leave with a message that says, if you're sitting all day for work, you might be shaving years off of your life. And this gets people to be curious. Your hook needs to be curiosity driven. Examples would be, most people are doing XYZ thing wrong. Second one could be, what if the problem isn't a general assumption that you have? Or the list goes on. As you can see, you don't even know where the hook leads yet. It casts a wide net, so it doesn't filter out any. Your ads will need to bring people from this stage to realizing they have a problem. This is the hardest way of getting people to convert. You need to provide enough information for them to buy. That usually means a completely different customer journey, different landing pages, various funnels, software conversions, like lead magnets. Write your ad copy with the idea that if someone reads it, is the whole thing, they are way more likely to buy. So here's the bottom line. If you're struggling because of your ads are bad, you're struggling because you're talking to the wrong level of awareness. Each stage requires a different message. Each stage requires a different hook. Each stage requires different depth of information. The more aware the audience, the simpler the ad. Less aware the audience, the more education, emotion, and persuasion you need. If you try to run offer ads to problem-aware people, they just won't care. If you run pain-driven ads to most aware people, you're overcomplicating the sale. Meet people where they're at. Start with the most aware people, extract the easy wins, then scale into colder and colder audiences with the right messaging for each stage. Awareness level isn't just a theory, it's the difference between ads that burn money and ads that print it.